Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF, folks. Let's make it a great one. This quote's by Vincent Barnett. Almost everything is more complicated than it seems, but almost nothing is hopeless. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials down 39, NASDAQ up 46, S&P's up $1, gold contract down $11.50, trading at $1,132 an ounce. Silver down 13 cents at $14.85 an ounce. Platinum down 10 at 1,000 flat. Copper down 2.5 pennies at $2.50 a pound. Light sweet crude down 11 cents at $50.80 a barrel. Bonds, you had the 10-year flat at 126.04, 30-year up 23 ticks at 152.02. Both the 10 and the 30, folks, continue to reject lower price this week. Got into higher price, lower yield. They want higher price, lower yield. King dollar up 214 ticks, trading out at 98.02. King dollar is trying to get into its May swing high, having a tough time getting to higher price. That being said, it's interesting how they whacked gold when King dollar actually didn't move. Euro down 32, trading at 108.43. The yen flat at 124.08. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. When what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? You take a look at the SPY. SPY's right at the highs, folks. We take a look at a weekly basis. What you're going to see, now the NDX 100 and the composite, NASDAQ composite, broke out. No juice, but bottom line, broke out the higher price. The SPY is trading at 212.47. The highs generated out there, the first high was 212.97. That was generated in December. We've been in this consolidation since December, so 7 months we've been in the consolidation. That top had 1.2 billion shares. Let's see, about 8 weeks later, we went up to the top again at 212.06. That top there had 570 million shares. We went back up to the top again. About 9 weeks later, that top had 345 million shares. This week, we did 476 million. You closed at the high, so bottom line is that the high is going to be gained next week, meaning 213.78. NDX 100, we take a look at the 3 Qs. Inside the NDX 100 today, of course, if you hadn't heard yet, Google was up $90. That was the largest expansion of price ever and capitalization ever in our markets, folks. Google added $65 billion in market cap today. The leader before this was Apple had added $42 billion of market cap in 2012. Just to give you an idea what that means, Google in one day eclipsed the whole market cap value of Hewlett Packard. So what do we have? We take a look at the NDX 100. What you have, you certainly have the price spread. The NDX 100 this week went from 108 to 113.59. You closed at the highs. You did 137 million shares. That's taken over 178. Bottom line, though, you got it with price. That means you can go higher. Small caps, divergence in a huge way when you take a look at the small caps. And this is what it is. Small caps haven't been able to get to, the small caps closed at 125.73. The small caps haven't been able to get over the downdraft that was created out here on the 29th of June. So that 29th, the high of that is 127.07. We made it this week to 126.74 and it failed. So it's like, okay, and yeah, I can understand it. The reason I can understand it is because what does happen inside the small caps, and let's go over to the gold contract, inside the small caps, what you do have is that you have a lot of the gold stocks, you have a lot of the oil and integrated stocks, and of course, both sectors have got toasted. If we go to the gold contract, we're trading at 1132.70. This contract has saved itself today. The bottom line is that next week's going to be challenging. The low that was established in November was 1130.40. We hit 1129.60. You closed at 1132.80. Yes, you do have lighter volume, a rejected price, but bottom line is that this thing has not a lot of sellers, but it certainly doesn't have any buyers. If we go take a look at the GLD, which trades at 10% of the price of gold, GLD today did 13.9 million shares. This baby came into the November low. The November low has done 147 million. Thus far, we've done 69 million. So you can see it's dramatically lighter. You're going into, now this is what ends up happening with the GLD. What we're going into, folks, is that you're going into 400 million shares and 570 million shares from December of 09. But bottom line, price has to hold here. There's plenty of support at those levels, but we need price to hold at that level. Let's go take a look at the silver market. I haven't looked at silver for a while. SIU5. Silver market is trading. This is encouraging. So silver market is at 1485. Silver, this is encouraging. So last week, silver on the 7th went from 1571 to 1462 in one day. You did volume of 95,000 contracts. You're coming into that with 25,000. It looks like silver has already got wasted on the way down, which is good, by the way, okay? Because what ends up happening is that gives you an equation inside the gold market if, in fact, silver is bottoming out here. If we take a look at the SLV, when the future went down, bottom line is that the SLV went down to 1403. It did 24 million shares, and today it did 5.7 million, and you're testing that area. That's a decent setup. There's no doubt about that. That is a decent setup at that point. As I said a little bit earlier, though, you absolutely still need buyers in that market. The sellers out there, but guess what? If you don't have buyers, you don't have anything. Oil. What do we have with the oil market? We take a look at oil. This is what you have. Oil market out here is trading at 51.10, and that thing wants to go after the lows that were established in March, which are 49.69. And King Dollar, the thing that's amazing about how they got gold, King Dollar hasn't gone anywhere. It's up 26,000 contracts. It's going into 98.20. Bottom line, I suspect we'll test it next week. We'll see whether it will make it and or break it. Dow finished down 33, NASDAQ up 46, S&Ps were up 2. We're going to be right back, folks.